everybody.
Hey.
This is how Jerry and I go out to eat one meal a day on a whole food plant-based diet we call a protective diet. And this is an example of microbing. So I'm taking off my shoes because we have this gorgeous red sand here in Snow Canyon. We're in southern Utah. This is just down the street from where Jerry and I are so lucky to live.
Yep.
And we packed up our picnic. We packed up our feast. We are day fasters, so we eat one meal a day and we feast at the end of every day. And it is, what time is it tonight?
It's 8:15.
8:15. So we had a busy day, but I managed to get here before it got dark. The sun is setting on the mountains over there and it's just glowing and beautiful. So here's grapes and peaches from our garden for dessert. These peaches came from our friend Max and our friend Jenny's next door, and we are excited about them. We're starting our meal off with the Chia Chugger Satiation Sipper, and there's a lesson on this. Read the information on the recipe if you're part of Protective Diet Education's premium material. But this is also an example for anyone that's interested in doing one meal a day. Just an example of how we do this and have high energy all day long, and this is precisely what we eat in our day. Cheers. And cheers. These are chia seeds. This one's a mint version, a minty version.
Minty mint tea. It's good stuff.
And this, on the recipe for the Chia Chugger Satiation Sipper, it explains why I put those chia seeds in there. Not just for the texture and the nutrition, but to kind of curb my appetite. It fills me up a little. It fills me up like the beauty broth hot pot does. It fills me up like a dinner salad would. But let's get on to the rest here.
Okay.
So I told Jerry, hey, pop some corn, because we love air pop popcorn, and I'll let Jerry show you how we salt it up. This is a spray bottle with water.
All right, first we spray some water on there.
And you want to kind of keep it far away so it's a mist and not like a direct shot.
Apply your salt. And it tastes just like butter to me.
So the cool thing is we have multicolored popcorn. So there's some yellow corn, some red corn, white corn. So it looks buttered visually. And a lot of times people are like, oh, well, won't that make my popcorn soggy? Well,
nope.
I don't know about you, but when I used to put butter on my popcorn, the kernels weren't even kernels anymore. They were soggy butter mess. So this really doesn't get it as soggy as butter did. Right. So I'll show you how we packed up our red lentil dal. It's Indian night. Jerry and I, we used to love to go out to eat, and I used to love to go to the Indian buffet. And now we just take the Indian buffet to some of the most beautiful places in the world. We get in the car and it's free. And and we're picking up nature's microbes with our bare feet on the ground. You can sit on the ground. We have this picnic table in this special spot in Snow Canyon, just like we did in La Jolla. We had a special spot at Cuvier Park with a picnic table, and we always take off our shoes so that we can pick up nature's microbes and breathe it in. We pick it up on our feet and we take it home with us. And this is how we populate our microbiome to improve our health, not only through nutrition. So you can see here, I'm sure you recognize this pot if you're on a plant-based diet, or if you're just living in this day and age and you have an Instant Pot. And I have my seasoned broth mix basmati rice. And my friend that's from India, he said, Oh, basmati rice. That's special occasion rice. Well,
Right.
this is a special occasion. We came out to eat tonight to one of the most beautiful places in the country, I think.
Yes.
With this gorgeous red sand, red rock.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Not a cloud in the sky. It's cooled off here this week, so it's just beautiful. There's a breeze going through, and it's what, 90 degrees here. It's a little warmer than most people prefer, but it just feels like so comfortable being out here sleeveless. It's not humid, it's dry, it's gorgeous. Anyway, just to give you a feel of what we're feeling here. So I took this right off my stovetop, took this right out my Instant Pot, and I have a little rice bowl in here. This is seasoned with broth mix. This is the seasoned brown rice, and there is a recipe for this. It's a free recipe on protectivediet.com/broth mix, and you can see how we make this. It's perfectly cooked, and I like to put it in a rice bowl, and I'll show you why. So this is the red lentil dal, oil-free of course, on a protective diet. And you could put this over or under your rice. That's up to you. Usually when I serve it in a dish, I put a little bit on the bottom. I haven't tasted this to see how spicy my chili was because I'm a day faster. No chef's treats. That's a tip with day fasting. Because once we take a bite eating one meal a day, it's game time. It's go time. We're ready to eat. So then you'll end up snacking your way through your whole cooking process, and you won't sit down with the food excitement that Jerry and I have right now.
Right.
And
exactly.
that is key to this. So Jerry's, I do one big scoop of rice for mine because you can see I have popcorn here. I have all this fruit here. I've got a lot going on. I'll show you the salad that's in that container. I want to be able to fit everything. So the reason that I put it in a rice bowl and put it in, you could just scoop it in, is to keep it hot. When you pack rice like this, it keeps it really nice and hot. And Jerry's ends up about 3 scoops to my 1. I could eat 2 scoops of rice, but then I can't eat a couple peaches, a bunch of grapes, and a good serving of popcorn, which I love the saltiness of the popcorn. So there is Jerry's mammoth.
Looks good to me.
Actually, what I should do, but that's how much Jerry will end up eating. I'm gonna take a scoop of this out
to keep it warm, right?
To keep it warm. And because we're putting red lentil dal on here, look how gorgeous this is. This is made with fresh turmeric root and fresh ginger root that we store in our freezer to keep it super handy.
Wow.
And we're just going to put this lid back on here to keep this nice and hot. And this is my favorite part of this meal. This is the seasonal part. This is Raita, which is traditionally made. It's a yogurt sauce, very similar to tzatziki sauce, except it's made with cumin and coriander, and it's seasoned with either cilantro or mint. Here I have cilantro and chives out of my garden, cucumbers out of my garden, so this is very seasonal. But then I had cranberries in my freezer, and I dressed this up a little by roasting them under the broiler and then putting them on top after they cooled. That's just adding a whole nother layer of protection. And this Raita, because it's made with the plant-based yogurt, it cools everything off. And this is how I'm going to veg up this red lentil dal rice bowl. And Jerry can add more as he goes. I don't want to overwhelm him. He might mix it all together. Jerry has a tendency to do that. And let me show you what else we have to top this. Hopefully you can hear my food excitement. My favorite thing to do is to eat next to cooking. it's right side by side with cooking, because the cooking has given me so many rewards. Back when I was 100 pounds more than Jerry weighs today. Is that correct?
Wow.
Yeah. Almost 100 pounds more than what Jerry weighs. I
put you
no,
280.
I was. Yeah,
You
I
were
was
280?
about 280. I was almost 300
Wow.
pounds, a size 22, and I am now a 2. And it's hard to believe. But anyway, back then I loved eating, but I ate all the wrong things. Now that I eat all the right things on a protective diet, I celebrate food. And I don't know what I was getting at about loving to eat, but I love ethnic food. I love spicy food.
And variety.
I love variety, and so do my microbes. So my microbes control my food preferences, and by feeding them all this plant fiber, they serve me short chain fatty acids that are anti-inflammatory, and they have saved me from brain cancer, and before that, heart disease, struggling with eczema, plantar fasciitis. It doesn't stand a chance when we're eating all this plant fiber on a protective diet. So this is how I veg it up for my microbes, because they love the fiber. And brown rice instead of white, or red rice, or black rice, even better. And oh my gosh.
Now, please give me some
Oh yeah, the toppings.
toppings.
So here are my fermented toppings. These, oh, I forgot about these. Jerry picked blackberries today. They're so beautiful. Our blackberries, they are definitely...
Quite the blessing.
They are definitely a star in the garden. And then we have, I want to show you what's in these little jars. So this is our ruby raw kraut. It just adds some zing, it's got like a vinegar tang naturally from the lactobacilli producing lactic acid. And that's what preserves our red and green cabbage combined, makes this gorgeous ruby color. 7-day sauerkraut. It's a free recipe with a demonstration on protectivediet.com. Check it out. And in 1 week, you could have this gorgeous, protective, probiotic populated condiment in your refrigerator door. I put it in a little jar in case it was really hot out here. I didn't want my big jar getting all heated up and wilted. This sauerkraut has nice crunch to it. It's low sodium. Oh wow, yum. And then here we have, these are probiotic pickled onions. It's a red onion that I fermented in a water brine, and oh my gosh, they smell amazing. It makes the onion have a milder flavor. It tastes like a pickled onion, and I could put these on every sandwich and just about everything. Every pasta dish, every rice bowl. Oh my gosh, these two things, having these, can make plain rice
Out of this world.
A meal.
Indeed.
So this is what we're having tonight on a protective diet, and I hope you're as excited about the information that we're bringing you in these nightly videos of our meals. Jerry and I have been filming every night to bring you examples of exactly how we do this on a protective diet and meet our energy needs, and we soar through the day, high energy, because we are running on body fat. That is our perfect energy source. And then we play around with a couple pounds every day. We eat it back. It goes, and our calories from our meal get digested. We don't get immediate energy from our calories. Our body produces insulin to digest, and we only do that once a day. Because we're not grazing all day, we're putting ourselves at lower risk of cancer because we're not chronically producing insulin. We are just like metabolically superior eating this way. We feel good, we look better, we lean down, we produce human growth hormone because we're running on body fat during the day, and we build muscle fast. Our gains are quick when we hit the weights, right, Sherry?
That's right.
We've just been getting back to it now that our garden is doing its thing and we're not out there working as hard. We're getting back to lifting the weights, and oh my gosh, it's so fast, the development.
Yep.
And the strength and the pull-ups get easier and easier. But I don't want to go on too long unless there's something you want to add.
I'm just grateful for this amazing blessing of all this protection.
Oh
it's
my
wonderful.
gosh, it's so
great.
good, and it's very simple. Chop, chop, chop.
All the variety. Did we count up the number of vegetables?
We didn't count up our plant diversity, but we're averaging like 40
Over
something
40.
each meal. It's kind of crazy this time of year, especially with the garden. But those protectivediet.com recipes, they're there to guide you. They are your roadmap to a diverse microbiome. And then also the Microbiome Population Project classes. We've hosted, or I've taught, 14 microbiome classes in the past, 7 or 8 years. And we have our weekly classes, but we're moving forward with the Microbiome Population Project courses, where we talk about how to populate. That's our next class. And it's not just through plant fiber. It's plant fiber. It is nature. It is socializing, meeting new people, dining with new people, cooking with new people, because we pass microbes through our chef skills, chopping and mixing, and through breath, through animals, touching our pets.
Shaking hands, high fives. I mean, it's great to interact.
Traveling. We pick up different microbes from different places. And, oh my gosh, there's so much to share through population, protection, and promotion of our microbiome with a protective diet and protective diet education. I hope this example helps you, and I hope our example of going out to eat gets you out in nature while the weather is gorgeous, because once winter hits, it's hot chocolate at Snow Canyon. And I don't know, maybe we'll bring soup out here sometime when it snows. Snow Canyon is named after a family that discovered the canyon, correct?
There was a bishop in the LDS church.
Okay, and named after a bishop. Not it's not because it snows here a lot. It gets a dusting, but that's about it. It's beautiful. It melts by noon. All right, everybody, get to it. Get on a protective diet and give that one meal a day a try, because on your 4th day of one meal a day, your energy will just skyrocket. Read the testimonials. Share a testimonial if you experience that, and share what you're sharing, because the more people talking about this, the more people will benefit. Take care.
And best of health. It's time to eat.